and it was included more of her body, and it was a bigger image, and I cropped it to this and turned it to black and white, more like green and white. The printer is just dying. I took these out and then put them back in darker so I could have the behind the bubbles more like black, but I didn't want to do that here and lose the hair. Anyway, when I start a board...
Hold on.
Yeah.
I think she's switching. Are you guys switched?
Are you filming?
Give her a second.
I'm filming.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I pick my image, and more times than not, it's a color image and includes more than what I've selected. I crop it down to what I want. I turn it black and white. Sometimes I'll make the background black or just part of it. That's what this is. I don't know if there's glare. On the computer, I use Paint Shop Pro, and I make a layer. And I'll draw lines that are little clues to what I want to do. You won't be able to see that, so I'm going to show it. But then I just make a print of the layer that's lines, and that's what I use to transfer my image. Then I make a print with the image and the lines so I can use it as a map. So that when I all of a sudden don't find myself with a line going, now why did I put that there? You know? I transferred it using the Seurat graphite, which holds a really nice image, I think, and it's oil-free. I barely started this, but
you're going to finish the next one, right?
yeah, in just a minute.
In this demo.
In this demo. I always have these little guys with their fingers cut off. For resting, I don't make oil marks or anything on it. I can also use it to do this. What is that? They're for photographers. They use them when they're in their dark room. I don't know what they do because you have to ask Kathy. I have no idea what photographers need these gloves for, but that's where I get them, is in the photography section of the craft store. And I just cut the fingers off.
It's to keep from getting oil on the nails.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
You can also order white cotton parade gloves, because kids in the band always have to have them.
Yeah, and they're cheap like this.
They're like these.
These are really cheap.
I got them. I got about a dozen for I think it was $15. They're like that.
I have no idea what these guys. No. I'm one of those people, and my husband will verify this. If I want something, I buy it, and he'll say, how much did it cost?
Stronger than your street
So
glasses.
special glasses is the trick.
My reading glasses. I could, on a pinch, use these because they're golfer's glasses with that little strip that has this prescription. I love that for grocery shopping. Yeah, golfer's glasses. Well, I start with all the light parts, and you can see, like right here on the top of the nose. Top of the nose, everywhere there's a highlight, I'll mark it. Cut it out. I'm nervous when I'm not making straight lines.
Way up there.
I'm used to doing this in front of people who have the slightest idea what I'm doing. I don't do anything that look like I'm,
You can just think it's just me.
when I make my lines that I'm gonna put in here, I try to keep them on the inside of the light, so I'm sure to scratch them out when I'm working the board, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Do the same thing there. Transfer lines, I try to pull inside a little bit.
You're just going one direction like that.
Yeah. I try really hard to keep a general direction going, so I don't have the nose with this kind and the cheek with this and this over here, that it should all kind of flow in the same direction.
You don't try to go along with the contour.
No, I don't. It looks like patchwork then, I think.
Probably 2.5 inches up on that, off that tool, off the end of the tool is how far up your arm.
Oh, okay. And I don't break this off, this is full length, so it's actually quite pliable. Can you see that? Okay, I went in there once, and now I'll just kind of straighten my lines a little bit. Hope you're as fast as Kathy. God, I could finish this today. I'm not too worried about smoothness at this point, because there's so many more layers going to be on here. But you don't want to get off too badly. And now for the fun part. Oh, look at that, made a mess. So much for showing off. Anyway, I'll continue on a little bit with the lighter parts. I'll just do around the nose area, and then I'll start showing you how I do the darker parts. This truly is the ugly stage.
Are you scratching both directions there?
No. Scratching, pulling, and then lifting, and then pulling, and then
I
lifting.
could tell from here, it looked like it was.
I lift so slightly, every once in a while it'll catch, and it'll make a little ding, and I'll curse a bit.
What do you mean lift?
I'm not going back and forth. I didn't bring
Just
this
taking the
forward.
blade off of the surface and go back.
So it's
Oh,
like
you are
one,
lifting your head and then
yeah,
starting.
yeah, I'm doing
Like a
this.
circular motion.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, now I can do one layer of the darker, just so that we can, like that.
Like that.
I hate that. This is all just mapping, none of this is finished work. The initial layer that you're putting down, my strokes are usually longer than when I'm finishing. As they get lighter and lighter, they get shorter and shorter.